She said it with a smirk, leaning back on the couch like she had all the power in the world. "You're replaceable. Never forget it." The words echoed in the room, sharp and deliberate, landing on me like a physical blow. I froze for a moment, not out of fear, but in the quiet realization that everything I had tolerated, every compromise, every sacrifice, had been measured by her as if I were disposable. She didn't even wait for a reaction. She just expected me to absorb it, to smile, to move on. I didn't respond immediately. I let the silence stretch, let her grow uncomfortable in a way she never had before. Her confidence faltered slightly, just enough for me to see cracks in the arrogance that had always hidden her insecurity. She had been cheating for months, I knew that now, piecing together late nights, deleted messages, and the small lies she thought were clever. But it wasn't the infidelity that hurt the most. It was the ease with which she devalued me. I spent that evening quietly. I poured myself a drink, thinking through every detail, every kind gesture I had shown, every time I had let her have the benefit of the doubt, every moment I had trusted her to act with decency. It all flashed before me, a montage of patience and love she had treated like a commodity. And in that clarity, I realized that staying silent had only given her permission to be cruel. By nightfall, I had made my decision. She was asleep upstairs when I went to the study and started gathering things, her clothes, her shoes, small items she cared about. I didn't feel anger in the way she expected. I felt cold resolve. I wanted her to understand, without words, that replaceability has consequences, that people who treat others like disposable objects rarely get to remain comfortable in their own home. I woke her up gently, but firmly, handing her the keys to the apartment she no longer had a right to occupy. She stared at me, disbelief and panic mixing in her eyes. "What are you doing?" she asked, voice shaking. I didn't raise my voice. I explained calmly. Her actions, her words, her choices had consequences. "You said I'm replaceable," I told her. "Tonight I'm proving you right. You're leaving." She tried to argue, tried to negotiate, tried to cry and beg in the way she had never done before. Each attempt felt hollow, rehearsed, and I didn't flinch. I had spent too many nights silently absorbing the hurt she caused, too many mornings convincing myself to forgive and forget. Now it was my turn to be intentional, to take control of what had been taken from me, my dignity, my peace, my sense of self. As she gathered her things, she became frantic, the smirk replaced by fear. She realized too late that cruelty, when directed at the wrong person, can rebound with quiet precision. I didn't yell. I didn't humiliate her. I simply watched her pack, each movement a testament to the fact that words have weight, and sometimes the only way to honor that weight is with action. When she finally stepped out of the door, the apartment was silent. I walked through the rooms, touching surfaces she had touched, seeing the life we had built together, and knowing that it no longer belonged to her. The relief was immediate, surprising in its intensity. It wasn't joy, it was liberation. The sadness came later, small and quiet, as I sat on the couch where she had mocked me, finally able to breathe without compromise. Weeks later she called, her voice trembling with regret and panic. She asked to come back, to explain, to negotiate. I didn't answer. The truth was simple. The eviction wasn't about anger or revenge anymore. It was about drawing a line, about refusing to be a participant in a marriage where love was conditional and words were weapons. She had claimed I was replaceable. I had honored her claim, and in doing so, I became irreplaceable to myself. I still feel the sadness of what was lost, the years invested in someone who never valued them. But I also feel the quiet power of action, the sense that when boundaries are enforced, respect follows naturally. She may have thought she was leaving a mark on me that night, but in reality, it was the moment I reclaimed my life. She panicked, and rightfully so, and I learned that sometimes, the most profound revenge is simply choosing yourself.